forget to like, share, and subscribe. If y'all don't pick my sign up. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So what's eating you? Hey, y'all, hey. You read the title. Listen, y'all, let me explain something. This is under construction. Don't pay any attention to that. I'm gonna try. Leave that alone. Anyway, couple of days ago, on Facebook Live, a wife and husband were having a disagreement, and the wife, for whatever reasons that I'm sure she regrets now, pulled out a weapon and she shot her husband. For what it sounds like, the bullet went into his head. And it sounds like he died immediately at the scene. And so if you look, the story is being talked about all over social media, and people have a lot of opinions about it. We are hearing more and more about, it's only happened a couple of days ago. She has been charged. She's been charged. No details about that has come out, but what we are now finding out is that her and her husband had multiple incidences of the police being called out to their home to intervene in what it sounds like is domestic violence. And so here we are now, and I don't know what intervention had been done. For me personally, I think after the police is called out to a couple's house one time, children and youth should also be contacted. And so if children and youth have been contacted, then what would have proceeded or should have proceeded with those phone calls was, listen, you two are over here fighting. You have children, 4 children they have, and it's unacceptable to have these types of arguments and fights in front of your kids, and mandated them into parenting classes. Hold on, guys. Okay. And mandated that they go into some sort of parenting classes. Now, I don't know if that happened. If it did happen, it didn't happen. It's not, to say that it would have changed the outcome of what happened, which ended in her murdering him in the home. Children were there, and, it's a tragedy all the way around. I mean, she's about to face some serious time, away from her children. I think they're in Mississippi. I don't know what the law is there. Will she get life in prison? Will they, try to charge, get her for, like not only a life sentence, but send her to death penalty. I mean, is she going to face that? What's going to happen? I think, everyone has their opinion. I do want to just show you a little bit. I posted this little clip as a short. Honestly, if you are triggered by violence, and we all should be triggered by violence, if you are someone who has survived domestic violence, and I wouldn't suggest you go find this video, because she was on live when it happened. And although we don't see the actual shooting, we hear it. And that is definitely something that can be triggering to people. So let's just listen. It's just 50 seconds of it.
This lady shoots her husband but he ain't here with his on kids. Facebook Live. He left at 6:06 to go be with his mama.
So a lot of people are commenting that her mom was instigating them, and her mom should have done something that could have changed the outcome of this. My my thinking about mom is that she has heard them fussing and fighting for years. And it sounds like she was there as a like mediator. You know, like of it sounds like she was definitely on her daughter's side. You know, that if he was cheating, of course, mom is gonna be on her daughter's side. Um and although, you know, it sounds like, you know, she was kind of in the middle of it, I think she's probably been a barrier between them for many years. And unfortunately, this time, it didn't work out for her to help them to get through this or get past this moment.
Do I need to cook for the kids? Why is that a question? He don't never have to question. He don't want to question everybody's loyalty. But where is his loyalty at? But he want to talk about me when I am not doing. Oh my God, Jesus.
And in that moment, she just changed the trajectory of her life and of her four children. And I think she even has an infant, from what I understand. And so her decision to pull out that gun, in some way intimidate and attempt to control him using a weapon, has now backfired on her. She did mention that he had slapped her before, allegedly. It sounds like it was a lot of back and forth violence between both of them. And unfortunately, the right interventions didn't happen to prevent this tragedy. Um, Sometimes it takes more than family to try to intervene, because we have our biases. You know, as a family, I'm probably going to be on the side of my family member. His people were probably on his side. And so they needed professional intervention to prevent this. And now, at the victims, absolutely, the husband is a victim. He lost his life. The children have been traumatized. Um, they've lost their mom. And now, you know, who's going to raise them? You know, people are assuming that grandma's going to take on the responsibility, but the court may not see her as a viable option. You know, grandma could have a history that is not going to allow her to be the resource for those children. We don't know the family dynamics. And so we will all just kind of wait and see what unfolds as the police do their investigation, as mental health workers are involved, hopefully with the kids and mom and everyone involved. But yes, this is a family tragedy. And this is not the first time. I mean, domestic violence happens. I don't know the statistic. I'll look it up. I'll put it there if I find it. Every day. I know that. Where men and women are the victims. You know, it's the poor anger management. It's being impulsive. It's being angry. It's lack of communication. It is so many layers to this. We saw the ending of a story, but there's so much that happened before, you know, as husband and wife. You know, what lessons did they learn as children, how to love each other as a partnership. What's acceptable, what's not acceptable. And so, although we can see the ending and we see what happened, we have to learn from tragedies like this, or they will continue to be repeated. And with that, I will bid you farewell. But if I feel like anything else on this story, I will definitely come back. Thank you.